Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today it's going to be a couple things, kind of a weight update and chit chat, and then kind of like subscription box, clothing boxes, more just like a chit chat. And that's going to be what we have. I'm going to try to do a timestamp for the weight and then a timestamp for like the subscription box chat. But we are looking at right now, today is July 1st. So we're about halfway through my summer. I start back to school very early in August. And we're going to leave for Canada here soon. And by the time I get back, I really have one more week with my daughter until I start school. And then she doesn't start school for like 3 more weeks. So she's kind of in summer camp row at that point. June was a really good month for me as far as like filming and doing things. I really needed to find new clothes. And so I had a lot of videos with clothing. And now I'm kind of, if I'm going to be honest, running out of steam. Last week, my daughter was in a camp and I had thought I would film some more clothing, but there was not anything. Like I went to Marshall's and there was nothing. They had nothing. I did try on a couple tops, but it didn't seem video worthy. I didn't buy anything. They really didn't have much. And there was just really nowhere else for me to go. Anyway, so here we are. I thought I would do an update. As you guys may or may not know, I was on Phentermine, or I am on Phentermine, and I had lost 16 pounds, and I have kept that off. And so I kind of knew that that was going to happen. Over the summer, it is harder for me with food. I'm kind of better at a routine. If I'm at work, it keeps me busy. It keeps me not thinking of it. We went to Minnesota for a week to basically see family. They're friends that are basically family. And I took that week off. I didn't take medicine. I ate whatever I wanted. So I'm sure I gained 5 or 6 pounds and then I lost that again. So I basically maintained, which is fine with me. Again, I knew that's what I expected. After this week, I'm pretty sure I am going to stop Phentermine. I just don't like the side effects and I can't really have them going into the school year. So I started it at the end of the school year. And if you're a teacher, you probably know the beginning of the year is a lot more stressful, a lot more work than the end of the year. Once you're kind of at the end of the year, things are on autopilot. There's a lot of like field days or state testing. And so it's not as, work intensive. And so 3 of the main side effects that I just can't deal with Phentermine. There are lots of good benefits. And if I remember, I will link some of my past. I have 2 past Phentermine videos, I believe, maybe 3. It is very awesome that you don't think about food as much. I will say that has not been the case so much this summer. Anyway, and sadly, the symptoms are sporadic. It's not every time. It's not every day. But number 1 is sleep. It pretty much, I can take it 3 days in a row and sleep fine. And then I can take it, 1 day or 3 days in a row and I can't sleep. And I'm pretty much tossing and turning all night long. And then I'm really tired the next day. I can't have that at school. I'm just going to be grumpy, not very functional. And it's just not good. I'm not a person who does well on little sleep. I'm a person who needs 9 to 10 hours, which I don't even get 9 to 10 hours on a normal day. But I'm that person who needs a lot of sleep. The other thing, which is also intermittent, is it makes me moody, kind of irritated. I don't know. And I don't know how else to describe it. But I can get grumpy, moody. When I first started taking it, I could really like kind of get in a low. I haven't had that this summer. That could also just be combined with stress. But especially at the beginning of the year, you're forming relationships with kids. I cannot, or my coworkers. I just don't want to be grumpy with my daughter, my husband, the kids at school. So I don't like that I am moody. And again, it's not every day. It's not every time. But it comes and goes and it's not like you can predict it. And I don't like that. And then I've always had kind of the heart racing. I have got used to that mostly. So that doesn't bother me so much, but I can't imagine that's good for you. So my plan is when I get back, I'm not taking the medicine on Canada. I'm taking it this week. And my plan is to find something else. Either go back to the doctor and ask if there's another weight loss pill that is kind of similar yet has different side effects. Or I know our babysitter and one of my coworkers is on, I forget, Tide something or other. Tirzepatide, I don't know. It's like the big one right now with shots. It's kind of like Ozempic, but it's the one for weight loss, not just for diabetics. I think it's Tirzepatide. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. But I am thinking about doing that. You can get it. Sorry, I was trying to find the message. You can get it compounded for cheaper than the name brands. Both my babysitter and one of my coworkers have had really good luck. Yeah, Tirzepatide. They also have semaglutide, but Tirzepatide is theoretically kind of, at this point, like the top notch. So I'm thinking about doing that. My babysitter has had slight nausea, and then my coworker has had nothing. She's on the lowest dose right now. So I am thinking about starting that when I get back from Canada. But there we are, kind of on the weight loss portion. I will say that it's kind of also like as you're maintaining the, I also did a video of like the 10 benefits for losing 10 pounds, which again, those all apply. I've kept off my 16 pounds, but you kind of get used to them. So just a second. Sorry, I thought my daughter needed something, or I don't know what I thought I heard. Anyway, you get used to them. So I've had way more energy, way more stamina. I can hike longer, work out longer, but you get used to them. And so it doesn't feel as prevalent, but you haven't lost it. Also, I really, really, really wish I would have taken measurements, because even though I've maintained, I haven't lost more than the 16 pounds. My daughter and I are both off school. So I go to a gym that has a kids care. And so she likes to go play with her friends. I like to work out. So I have been hitting the gym way more than normal. So I feel like my body has still changed more, but I don't have a measurement. And I've always been really bad about that. Even when I did Weight Watchers 20 years ago, they always tell you to take pictures, take measurements. And I've always, always, always been bad about doing that. And so I don't have measurements. I don't have any proper before pictures, although I could like look at a picture in April and look at a picture now. I also want to say the importance of, I feel like, eating filling foods. Today is just an example. After we went to the gym, we had to stay out of the house for a little bit. So we were going to get lunch, and normally, I would say like Subway, Chipotle, something like that. And so those are more filling to me. You kind of get more bang for your buck. Today, my daughter really, really wanted McDonald's. I had thought about just getting her McDonald's and then getting me something else. But anyway, we ate at McDonald's. I mean, I'm not going to never have my daughter get McDonald's. So anyway, they also have a play place there. So she played with friends. I worked at McDonald's in high school. Random fact. Their food for me just isn't filling. It doesn't stay with me. So I had a 6-piece nugget and a fry, but I'm hungry already. I will say, let's see, it's like an hour. 2 hours after I ate, and I'm hungry. And so I will say there's a super importance for finding things that fill you up. And for me, ever since being pregnant, I need a lot of protein. So that's the big one. I have to have a lot of protein, but I also like things with fiber and whatever. So if I had like Subway sandwich and chips, or I had like a Chipotle, I usually get the bowl with like the rice and the meat. That lasts me a long time. Chipotle lasts me a long time. I will stay satiated and full basically till dinner. And so eating filling things is, I would say, key. So anyway, if you guys have any thoughts on medicines, or if you tried anything, I would love it. I'm going to say I've been, number one on the medicine, been having good habits. So I only eat when I'm hungry. I'm eating less. So I feel like I'm building good habits, but I feel like I am scared to stop medicine, because I think at this point it's a crutch. Like in my mind, like I love how it feels not thinking of food. That is the real benefit on the Phentermine, is I don't have this little voice telling me to eat. I will say in the summer it hasn't been as strong, but, and I don't know whether that's just summertime or maybe I'm getting used to the Phentermine. So I'm a little afraid of getting off, which I think is a problem. At some point, you can't be on medicine forever. I do think it's a good tool. All right, I'm gonna stop it again. All right, I had stopped it just a second so I can hopefully do a timestamp better. So let's transition into kind of subscription boxes, clothing, etc. So the only subscription boxes that I do routinely at this point are Ipsy, FabFitFun, and clothing boxes were on the list, but they're like falling off. I was doing TheraBox, but I canceled it. I was having issues. Like, you could sign up on Cratejoy, you could sign up on their box, and then there was like a third one that was like through them, yet through Cratejoy, and so I like to skip. I only get it when I see things I like, and this last time, it took me forever to get through to them and find a way to cancel or to skip. So I just canceled outright. So if I start again, I will do it on their proper website. Because I'd emailed them, they said, oh, you're with Cratejoy. I go to Cratejoy, there's no record of me subscribing. So it was this weird hybrid that they must have done for a time that was through them, yet through Cratejoy. So it wasn't like on their individual pages. And I don't like that. I like when I'm doing a subscription box, I want to be able to cancel or start or skip super easy. And so I just canceled. So I don't know. And so July, I think it's July, looks awesome. The 3 spoilers, one were sunglasses that are in the perfect shape for me and they're polarized. Then it was like a foot scrub and then like an Earth Harbor. So I really like those. And so I went to subscribe again, but it's $50 now. And it probably was $50 before, but I was kind of like unaware. And so that price point is like, I could technically, could get similar sunglasses for like 16 bucks. I could get probably a foot scrub for 10 bucks or less. So do I need to spend 50 for those 3 items? Because sometimes I don't like the other items. So at 50 bucks is at that point where it's an awful lot. I really want to like a bunch of things. Otherwise, I would really like to take that $50 elsewhere. So those are about it at the moment. Because clothing boxes for me, I just have not been having luck. I did Wantable in June. 3 disasters pretty much. I had gotten 2 back-to-back orders, and so I didn't know they were disaster when I ordered like the second one, but they had a deal. And I will say they keep having deals. Like they keep trying, like they email you almost daily with a free gift or $25 credit or something. So I think they're in trouble, but they were kind of a disaster. Then they sent me a free box to make up for the disasters. There was a dress I loved, but it was $74 and it just was not a $74 dress. Most of you said, splurge, get the dress. I don't regret not getting the dress. And then I did show you in one of my videos where, hey, it was $55. It was $55 for like 24 hours. They never responded to my email. Then when I went back on just to buy it, because I had to return my box, the sale had stopped. So I'm not playing games. Like I looked up Gilly dresses, and Gilly dresses, most places are between $40 and $60. And this material, I'm guessing this was more of a $40 dress, maybe $50 dress. I don't want to play games. So it's not that I'll never get a Wantable again, but I just don't want to throw away 20 bucks. Like I'm kind of like taking a break from Wantable. I'm not impressed. I will guarantee you that when they give, eventually I will say yes to their like free $25 in credits. But I'm just not having luck with them. And I really think they've gotten to this point where they are over. I almost feel like they're desperate to make money. So now they are adding on big price tags. They're marking up. There's the words. Also, a lot of their house brands like 78 and Sunny are like $78 for a t-shirt. I mean, that's ludicrous. And I can't imagine that it makes that I would be very curious what that t-shirt cost them. I can't even imagine 10 bucks. I can't even imagine it costs 10 bucks per shirt. And they're charging like 70 bucks. So I can't do that. So, Stitch Fix. Right now, I don't know how long it'll last, but as of today, July 1st, they had 25% off your freestyle. So I combed every category on my freestyle. I'm going to tell you there wasn't much. So many of their things are prints I've had. Prints I've owned, styles I've had, styles I've owned for like 7 years. I've been doing Stitch Fix for at least 7 years. And it's scary how many prints and styles are still around. But I did order 3 things. 2 tops and 1 pair of pants that came to $123. I hate ordering on Freestyle because that amount sits on your credit card for a very long time. For me, Freestyle generally takes anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to get here. Then when you turn it in, for me personally, it's taken a week to 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, to get the credit back. But I wanted to take advantage of the 25% off. Because when I got back from Canada, I was planning on doing a Stitch Fix just to see. Because as I was looking for clothes, I have a lot of dresses, but I was not finding tops for work. Did I find like a couple tops at like Macy's or something? Yes, but they weren't any Macy's. Basically, the top I had at Macy's, I feel like Macy's had that top for 10 years. And it was nothing exciting. It was nothing super flattering. So I don't have any like new work tops. And I like to start the year off with kind of a few nicer outfits. I also don't have any work pants. And so I like to have at least 1 pair of proper work pants. We're fairly casual at my school. So I often wear like a dark denim jean with a nice top. So I will probably, I don't know, we'll see. I will probably try on the clothes when I get back. And if I like all of those 3 pieces, then I probably won't get another Stitch Fix box. I would love to know for Stitch Fix, do they send out emails to you guys offering you deals? Because I either haven't checked or they don't send me emails or they don't have deals. I didn't even get an email notification of this 25% off. I just happened to go look in the app and it said 25% off. But clothing boxes, it's not that I'll never get them, but now that the Style Pass is gone, I just don't want to throw away 20 bucks, throw away 20 bucks. I was having good luck at Marshall's for a while, but like I said, this last time I went to Marshall's, there was nothing. So maybe get on to Stitch Fix and see if they have that sale in the free style. And sadly, some of their styles are already long sleeves. I'm like, it's July 1st. So we in California, we are trucking on with hot temperatures for at least 5 months. We might have a cool snap here or there, but it is going to be, you know, warmer for the foreseeable future. We only have a couple months where it kind of dips down, and every year it varies, but I don't want to be even looking at long sleeve stuff. So this was just kind of a chit chat. So hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you soon.